Hey everybody, Steve Colescott. We're doing a segment of Video Inquisitions. This time we're shooting questions at Shelby Starnes. Shelby, we hear a lot about people that are, they'll say that they're carb sensitive, they're insulin sensitive or insulin resistant, and it seems like a very individualized metabolic setting. So if we're looking at this from a scientific point of view, how should someone go about determining where they fall in that range? Is there anything that you could recommend that things people could look for or measure in some way to see where they fall?
In relation to carb sensitivity, how does one determine if one is carb sensitive? It's a very gray scale. It's not black and white. You don't just have people that are carb sensitive and people that are not. It's a graded scale. How do you determine? Some people after they have a big carb meal get real sleepy and feel uncomfortable and just, don't feel good with a heavy carb meal. Those people probably aren't very carb tolerant. Whereas other people have a big carb meal and they feel great. Those people obviously aren't carb sensitive. So that's an easy way to tell. I mean, metabolism plays a good role. People that generally put on a lot of fat or put fat on easily have a slow metabolism. They're probably not very carb sensitive, or they're probably not very carb tolerant. And vice versa, someone that has a very fast metabolism doesn't put weight on easily, is naturally lean, doesn't put fat on very easily. They can handle more carbs. But you can do things to improve that over time. The more muscle you have, training helps, cardio helps. There are supplements that help with carb sensitivity. So you can improve over time. You're never going to turn someone that's, extremely carb sensitive into someone that's, has a crazy fast metabolism like Screech by Saved by the Bell. You're always kind of limited, dictated by your genetics, but you can definitely improve on what you were given.
And to follow up on that, you've worked with just a ton of different athletes. What percentages would you say handle carbs very well, and what percentage does not handle carbs well, and what percentage would be in the middle? And obviously, that probably changes over time, the ability to use carbs. Obviously, when someone increases they add a lot of muscle size, their metabolism increases, but does their ability to use carbs increase, or is someone carb resistant always going to be carb resistant? What's your experience tell you?
As to what percentage of my clients, like I said, it's not black and white. It's kind of a graded scale. There's a lot of gray area. A lot of people end up hiring a diet coach because they have issues with their diet, like they're carb sensitive. It's not easy for them to make progress. So, I kind of get a lot of those people. I also get people that have great metabolisms and great carb tolerance, though, that are just, great athletes and want to take it to the next level. So I get a good mix. I'm not sure. It's hard to say what percentage, since it's kind of a gray area.